The youth is our future. They are the backbone, the melting pot, and the metamorphosis of a country. The youth plays a very vital role in molding a country's future. They are like a company product. Its quality may dictate one's rise or downfall. The youth of today confronts a new world, a world that gets smaller and smaller, yet gets more and more complicated. The education and guidance they primarily need and thirst for is sometimes exchanged for what they think is an immediate solution to their basic needs, but is actually temporary in nature. And this kind of attitude leads them to miserable lives instead of preparing themselves to a kind of life that they deserve. Vices through drugs and substance abuse, prostitution, video games addiction, and petty crimes are but a few societal problems that distract and make our youth lose their focus on their drives and ambitions. It is their idealism that overcomes these difficulties which allow them to endure all these trials and challenges. But sadly enough, the same idealism they inherently possess has become the target of some opportunistic groups, like syndicated crime groups, malicious and greedy individuals, to include the enemies of the state, the New People's Army, and other terroristic groups who manipulate and indoctrinate the youth to betray the lofty ideals of flag, country, and people, and eventually leave them and their lives destitute and in utter helplessness, their future destroyed permanently. With all our help in carrying out this endeavor, the YLS or Youth Leadership Seminar, we give the youth a glimpse of hope, not just a figment of their imagination, but also a pledge they can hold on to, a better foretaste of a future they can work for and achieve. And by this effort, we enjoin our youth to be more responsible, productive, and well-informed members of our society.
These youth leadership seminars that we've been conducting was crafted several years ago. But with the coming out of our internal peace and security plan, Bayanihan, wherein our strategy of approaches are the whole-of-nation approach and the people-centered approach, our Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines, General Jess Del Llosa, came out with a directive for us to engage the youth sector.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines, guided by its mission to win the peace and serve the people, together with the different sectoral groups of society such as the business, civil society organizations, local government agencies, religious, and the youth, among others, crafted an internal peace and security plan dubbed Bayanihan. The plan, aptly described, features a paradigm shift using peace and development initiatives through people-centered and whole-of-nation approaches as its guiding principle and strategy for nation building. This effort paved the way to solidify the bonds between and among the stakeholders to the IPSP Bayanihan that involves the youth, as they too contribute to the national effort for a just and lasting peace and sustainable development.
We conducted several seminars to all provinces under the 4th Infantry Diamond Division, and we are able to link the youth to the government agencies, to the local chief executives, non-government organizations, and several others, even the religious sector. And with that, we came out also with a motto or theme. We wanted the youth to be more responsible, productive, well-informed members of our society. For the real output that we have in mind, we connected with the DepEd alternative learning system, and then to the TESDA, and communicated with several multinational companies for the out-of-school youth, so that they can have readily available jobs after they train with the TESDA. And for the students, especially the indigent students, we gather several scholarships available for them to help out to finish their college and have a better future ahead of them. So again, your Army are just facilitators for this endeavor, and those sectors that are very much important are the civilian sector and the government sector.
The YLS, or the Youth Leadership Seminar, is a 3-day event that aims to mold responsible, productive, and well-informed youth. The seminar consists of team-building activities, series of lectures about current events to motivate the participants to unite themselves and create their own action plans. This concept addresses the challenges of the youth as it had undergone consultations, meetings, and surveys with the different stakeholders of the society. This endeavor also strengthens local partnerships with the local government units, the line government agencies, business sector, civil society organizations, and the religious sector. This is the core foundation of the Youth Leadership Seminar. The YLS follows a program for the participants. Day 1 is comprised of lectures, testimonials, and group discussions about the youth of today and its challenges. This allows the participants to reflect on the kind of youth that we have in today's society and level off their understanding and expectations with the facilitators. Day 2 features organized athletics led by the Diamond Troopers and the youth leaders, team building activities, and a series of lectures from the different line government agencies. This is to answer the questions and doubts raised by the participants with their local chief executives. This culminates with a role play that portrays issues and problems of the youth in their locality and presents their thoughts on how they may help resolve said challenges on their level. During this period, the youth will now have a better appreciation that they also play a vital role in our society. Day 3 includes ecumenical services to spiritually enlighten the youth and at the same time commission the leaders chosen to represent their respective localities. The participants will be made to choose among themselves their new set of officers for the local youth organization they would belong to. This is when they present their Congress statement or their commitment into helping the society through volunteerism.
I think it's a very good program to also make sure that the next generation of leaders will be well informed and socially concerned about the major issues in our region. I think importante gayud ang values formation, and every religious community would have that, and I think conviction of trust in God and concern for brothers and sisters would be fairly universal, and we have to stress that we are here in life to be of service to others.
As we look forward to mold the youth of this country, these continuous educational seminars will not be limited to spreading the word of good news, but to finally link them with the different stakeholders like CHED, TESDA, DepEd Alternative Learning System, business sector, and other supportive organizations to help the youth achieve their dreams. We will be linking them to scholarships and vocational education centers to equip them with the proper knowledge and skills that will become their tools as responsible, productive, and well-informed youth of the society.